Hello my friends. It's been a wet grey winter here and it feels like I've been living in the clouds for some weeks. After a freezing night, I'm excited to find that there's ice on the duck pools. This means that the sun will be out today, welcoming me outside so I can finally get stuff done. I'm preparing the new pumpkin patches. This poopy straw mix from the poultry coop will break down inside the hay that I've got inside the wire. The seedlings won't be planted out for another 3 months, so there's plenty of time for it all to break down. Lastly, compost is added as the main growing medium. The microorganisms and worms will now multiply, doing their jobs while the patch settles and breaks down. The old poultry bedding replaces the flooring mulch in the coop run. Another good reason to clean out the coop for the flock. Fresh hay creates a warm, dry, clean sleep area for the ducks and chickens, but it needs to pass inspection. It has been too wet and cold to weed the vegetable garden. It has a good cover crop of hay seedlings amongst the food, and there's still plenty of food to harvest daily. Turnips, silver beet, plenty of citrus, artichokes, and unexpectedly I'm still harvesting chilies. Turnips and silver beet are two of my most abundant crops that I grow, and I get to share them with the chickens and ducks as well. I get to eat the turnips and the ducks and chickens get to eat the tops, and we share the silver beet leaves. It's important that my birds get plenty of fresh greens all year round for good health, and they reward me by creating the poop that goes into the compost and the different garden beds to grow the food for all of us all year round. I've still got the last of my winter seedlings to go in the ground. I succession plant, so I've always got things going in, new seedlings starting, and plants that I'm harvesting. There's always something happening. So I'm preparing this little garden patch for some more turnip seedlings. I don't want to disturb the soil too much. I just need to loosen the dirt so that I can remove the weeds and plant my turnips in. The seedling trays are in constant use, Sowing for the summer vegetable garden starts midwinter for chilli, tomato and eggplant varieties here. I'll be starting some today. I start my tomato, eggplant and chilli seeds inside. I use a heat mat to keep the soil warm, and there'll be plenty of more trays to be sown in the pantry room over the next few months. Once the plants are up and have a few leaves, they will spend their days in the glasshouse and their evenings inside the house. Until the glasshouse is warm enough, but not too hot during the day, for them to stay all night out there. Then I'll harden them off and they'll go into the vegetable garden. After the last frost, of course. I always think winter is a time to rest and recuperate, to shift focus and catch up on inside tasks or even hobbies. There should be extra time when it rains, as no watering of plants is needed. The reality is that winter has its own list of chores, with less daylight to do them in. But I try to focus on some of my inside jobs. Winter is definitely the most enjoyable time to spend in the kitchen cooking. Baking breads, making pasta, pies, tarts, big chunks of meat in the slow cooker, or roasting something in the oven. Winter is definitely a time where I really enjoy opening a jar of summer produce that I've grown, harvested and preserved. All that work is so worth it and really appreciated. This beautiful mulberry and apple tart with some fresh lemon from the garden today. It's going to be so good for the palate and for the soul. Until the next sunny day, I will focus on my inside jobs, making the most of the preserved foods from the past seasons, enjoy the daily winter's harvest, and take time out to dive into my homesteading library when I can, and be grateful for the occasional sunny winter's day and warm fire. You're welcome to check out some of my other videos on other seasons, as well as my educational videos on homesteading topics. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.